Hey guys, Scarheart here, giving you a behind the scenes look at Alpha Team Cam's Sleepless Sleep. Here we go! To start out with, I'd just like to say that I've had at least one thing come up with every single movie that I've done, but Cam's Sleepless Sleep put up the toughest fight. And part of that was due to my computer change, which I did a small update about, but also, it just wouldn't want to cooperate with me. When I would render it, something would always be wrong, and at one point it actually deleted it, and I had to restart from scratch. Which I spent a whole day doing that, went to bed around 3, woke up the next morning and woke up at 6 the next morning for class, which, So, this one really did not want to put itself up for some reason. But anyway, it's up now, that's what's important. So, I guess this movie started when I was vacationing in Puerto Rico in the summer of 2011. And I was done with school, so the only thing that was really in my head stress-wise was movie making. Which, it's a fun stress. I love making movies, but sometimes it does cause me to think about things, so to speak. But, I was at a point where I needed to know what the next video was going to be. I needed to start planning the next video. So, it's the middle of the night in Puerto Rico, and despite having earplugs in, I cannot sleep. I am thinking, what am I going to do for next video, and I'm not grabbing anything. And finally, I end up telling myself, you know what, you're on vacation, this isn't worth losing sleep over. And somewhere in my subconscious, somewhere between unconscious and subconscious and conscious mind, the idea of Cam losing sleep because of an inventing streak appeared, and it eventually turned into the idea of just her being stressed, which was going to be the original story, was that she was stressed and it made her vulnerable to Ogle's attack. But after doing a little bit more daydreaming, I decided, what if it just looked like stress? And the idea of Ogle infecting her, so to speak, with something that could make her have these symptoms of extreme stress, which would make her leave the team and make her more vulnerable, came up. So that's where the story came from. And really, just the idea of inventing streak just kind of came from my own little research streaks that I go on sometimes, especially with schoolwork. Don't worry, I've never missed a meal because of these. I will happily make myself an udon, sit my laptop on the table, and research while eating udon, so no worries there. But I have lost sleep over research, both for school and for videos. And I love researching, but when these streaks happen, I tend to get really tired. I tend to kind of stress myself out over things I don't really need to stress myself out over. And at the end, I'm normally left with a whole bunch of new information, but feeling pretty wiped out. But, so, and there's no way anyone can really stop it. It just eventually just fades out when I've gotten enough information. So, really, just like with Cam, the only thing anyone can do is encourage me to try to take care of myself at the same time. So, yeah, that's where that came from. And then the Aurora, I need to let you guys know that, because lots of you were asking this, Aurora is also known as the Northern Lights, and if you go far up north at night, you will literally see moving bands of soft colors, which I would give my left arm to be able to see one of those. But unfortunately, I think I'm a little too far south. They're very rare around here. And I'm kind of a night owl anyway, so I'd probably be too sleepy to see it, but I've still always wanted to see one. But as I said, they only appear at night. So when I needed something weird to happen to sort of get the adventure started, I was just looking through a book and I found a picture of an Aurora with some information about it, which is the same information that Radia shares. And it just sprang from there. What if one appeared during the daytime? You would know that something was up. So, and then the army of sleepwalkers, just to let you know, Crunch says there's hundreds of them. There are actually only 21. That's movie magic for you. There were 21 minifigs that I was able to put together with random bits that were all sleepwalking in an army, which is why none of the sleepwalking scenes are very long, because it took forever to make all of them lift up their leg and move one step. But yeah, I think that's about it. So stay strong, do your best, be yourself, and hang on tight. Things are always better in the end, and if they aren't better, it's not the end. Later! Oh, almost forgot to stay tuned for my next adventure, which is going to be Johnny Thunder, Vishnu's Hidden Temple. Okay, later.